Okay, so it is back to the vaal, and it is back on that stand-side track, which proved it to be a massive conundrum just a Thursday gone. Was the going on the inside? Was the going on the outside? Well, the first part, it was outside, and then the latter part inside. But of course, let's discuss what possibly could be the outcome of Thursday's meeting. That is the going. Where will that going be? Smaller fields on our via our X handle or on our WhatsApp details, which were on the screen. Right, so it is 10 and 9 races on the card. It's a work riders maiden that opens the meeting at 12:15. We head on to the first leg of our first exotic, and that is the bipod. It is the Champions Day, 6 April, which is about 10 days away. A maiden juvenile plate over the 1200 meters. Just 3 race horses in a field of 9. No scratchings forthcoming as of yet. Exposed form does go with the 9 Wild at War. But let's have a look at what we do have before we hand over to Mr. Burrows for his thoughts to race number 2. Some very well-bred sorts in race number 2. The 6 One More seems to be the one that they're going for at this early stage. That's Lucky Houdalakis and Craig Zaki, 28-10. 33-10 about the 2 Chocolate Soldier, Corne Spies and Marco van Rensburg. And then the 4 Gorgeous Klein is at the 7-2, 9-2 about the 9 Wild at War. 8 Wahid, 5-1. 7-1 about the 1 Believe in Fate, and that's where I'll stop. Mr. Burrows, good morning to you. I know races are not run on paper, and sometimes the genes do not carry on with the siblings, but Believe in Fate on pedigree alone should be one that you really want to keep in that notebook.
Yes, there's a lot of first-timers in this race. And on pedigrees, I would have to say numbers 2 and 6 stand out, being by One World. And there's been money for both of them. I see the 6 has shortened from 9-2 into 5-2. And the 2 Chocolate Soldier shortened from 5-1 into 33-10. So this race could be won by a first-timer. Of the race runners, I wouldn't usually tip a horse that's just relocated from PE, but Gorgeous Klein, there was a lot of talk for this colt on debut, and he was running on really nicely. And last time out, he was just outrun, and he didn't seem to find much of a finish. I was a bit disappointed in that second. But now joining the Tony Peter stable, I think this horse has ability. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Gorgeous Klein make a winning debut in the province. But 2, 4, and 6 probably the leading lights.
2, 4, and 6 for Mr. Burrows. Now we turn it to Mr. Maria. I did allude to the 1. Now this is a full brother to a Garden Province winner. That is Zarina, and also related to, in fact, that last Garden Province in 2023 was packed with ability. Princess Scala was in there. War of Athena was in that race. You had Captain's Ransom also in that race. And to come out tops, that certainly shows some degree of ability.
That was one of the biggest upsets.
Indeed.
Recently in a Grade 1 event. Cecil, yeah, I'm extremely well bred. I played very wide in the opening leg of the bipods.
No.
Number one, obviously because of the breeding and the booking of Pierce Stradom, he doesn't really ride many first-timers.
2-year-olds especially not.
Yeah, correct. Number 2, actually been accepted already to run in the nursery next weekend, so highly thought of. Number 4, making his debut for Tony Peter. Number 6, because of the anti-post support, and number 9, because of the exposed form. So very wide. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9.
1, 2, 4, 6, and 9. Let's confirm those numbers in that first leg of the bipod, courtesy of the great man himself, Mr. Marie. That is 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9 is an outlay of 180 Rand. It's a bank in that fourth leg. That will be race number 5. It's another maiden juvenile plate that is over the 1200 meters, race number 3, this time for the girls. It is the start of the PA. We should be off at 13:25 and having a look at the early market moves. It is number 4, Take Your Place at 19-10, and number 7, VJ's Angel, or VJ's Angel, I think that should be 7-2, 4-1, about the 5, Tipperary, the 1, Fiery Pegasus, that is at 5-1, being nibbled at recently from 6-1 to 5-1, 7s and better. Again, Mr. Marie being nibbled at is the one Fiery Pegasus. We were saying off air whilst we were looking ahead to this card that Joey brings some bred horses, and this is a full sister to none other than Shango, who's won a couple of grade 3s and a grade 2.
Yes, being by captain of all, one should be surprised that Shango stays. I mean, captain of all was a sprinter himself.
Yes.
So watch the market with regards to number one's chances. Once again, I've played wide in the opening leg of the place accumulator. So I put in the 4, Take Your Place. Nice debut. I mean, very unlucky, just touched off by her stable companion. There was a runner from that form line, Mr. Crawford's horse, who came out and ran second in her next start. Fatal something.
Last week, Thursday.
What was it? Fatal Flaw.
That was behind Robin Claessen's first time, huh?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
No, behind Queen of Fire.
Queen of Fire, okay.
Yeah. So now Fatal Flaw finished 4 lengths behind this was Take Your Place. So I respect her, but she did start at big odds on debut. Tipperary, number 5, decent enough debut. That was, the winner came out and won again. Golden Chandelier. She's by Lancaster Bomber out of her Iliador mare. Now she's going to love the step up in trip to the 1200, and she'll even go further in time to come. And then obviously number 7, VJ's Angel, debut for her new yard. So open 4, 5, 7.
4, 5, and 7. Mr. Burrows, once again, we pick your brain as far as what catches your eye as far as pedigrees go and how you'd negotiate that third race.
Well, I have heard talk about VJ's Angel, and we're recording this a day before. This was debuted in December in Cape Town, and there was early anti-post support and then drifted out race time. She ran 7 lengths off All Is Green, and now for the new stable from a 1 draw, I think this horse could run a cracker. But obviously on form, you've got to include Take Your Place and a horse like Tipperary because they made good debuts. And of the first-timers, I would include Fiery Pegasus, a captain of all out of a Jetmaster mare who's opened up 5-1 and gone 6-1. So I think VJ's Angel could come back with a bang, but I've got respect for 4, 5, and 1.
Right, let's confirm Mr. Marie. He's gone a bit wider in that first leg of the PA. He's not taking chances, and I think it's proved to be prudent. He has got numbers of 4, 5, and 7 in that first leg. That same banker that we saw in the bipod will once again feature as a banker in leg number 3. That is race number 5, number 1, Dual Prophecy, which makes a comeback after gelding. Right, it is race number 4 that'll see the start of the Pixis maiden plate for fillies and mares over the 1600 meters. And your favorite in the colors of the breeders, that or part breeders, Vilkebos Drift, is Ceuta. That is for David Nieuwenhuizen and Gavin Larina gets a ride this afternoon after a very pleasing debut behind a facile winner, Happy Mo. And that was on Classic Day. Louis Mklota was aboard at that time. The penny did take a little while to drop. Daryl, I was on course that day, but Ceuta certainly did show enough to say that it's going to be a force to reckon with next time out. And I don't know, is this the time to back it?
All I can say is she's met the right field to possibly get it right in her second start, because barring Silky Jet, there's not much depth in this race. Listen, we don't know about the first timer, Cecil. So follow the market with regards to number 9's chances. But Sueta, number 10, fair enough debut. Just finished behind the second place runner because Happy Mo was a runaway winner on that occasion. Have a look who finished very close to her. City Lights, number 2. Now, obviously, she's got a lot more scope for improvement than what City Lights has, but it is a bit of a concern that she only beat her by 3 parts of a length. So that's the reason why I'm leaning towards number 1 of here, Silky Jet. Now, this horse gave Pierre Stradham a lot of headaches going to the start. Last time out, she proved very troublesome, and Pierre could have easily got off and said to Wayho, I'm done with this filly. I don't want to ride her again. But yeah, he sticks with her again. I'm hoping the compression mask could possibly relax her a bit, and if she can reserve her energy for the race itself, she could be the right one. So I'm leaning towards number 1 over the 10.
Oh, you actually won over the 10.
Yes.
All right. And Mr. Burrows, it is a 1 and 10 in the under the microscope here. Which way are you leaning? 1 over 10 or 10 over 1?
I'm narrowly leaning towards Ceuta, number 10, because that form line's been franked twice, and she's not going to meet a weaker field than this. I think with natural improvement and on pedigree alone, going to take some beating. I thought Silky Jet, though, immediate danger. You know, she was disappointing in a couple of her starts, but this isn't a strong lineup, and Pierre Stratum takes the ride. So 1 and 10, the safe route, but if I had to bank it would be number 10.
Okay, so that will be Vercingetorix, the sire of Silky Jet, the 1 and the 10 at Ceuta. How better does it get is they give me the green light. So 2 leading sires, and that is 1 and a 10 respectively. Back of the 1 and the second leg. And that is a total outlay of 2,592 Rand, 2592. And we should be off with race 4 at 2 o'clock. It's 84-day rest that the one Jewel Prophecy comes back off, and that is with the gelding also having taken place on this Ethereal Son of Twice Over Pierce Stratum. Not for the first time, it teams up with Joey Somer on the Thursday afternoon vaal program. Of course, remember that social media contact details, it is at the bottom of the screen. It is X, or alternatively our WhatsApp number. They're accessible for you at any given time, and we are really looking forward to your input. Now, as we go to race number 5 and discuss the 5th race with Mr. Marie initially. The 4 officer in command is a scratching, leaving us a field of 10. Jewel Prophecy, very promising debut, and then the last time it was a 1400-meter 5th, and that was behind Ryan Boulevard, who's still yet to really confirm that maiden form.
Yeah, but then you got the horse that ran second, Midwinter Wind, who's now a 3-time winner. Yeah. Twice over out of a Visionaire mare. This rings bells, eh, Cecil?
Yeah.
Full brother to see it again.
Yes.
He's now been gelded. The tongue tie gets removed. This horse is going to win his races. You can have a look at his opposition over here, Cecil, with no disrespect to the others. It looks like they are capable of winning a race, but I'm of the opinion that Jewel Prophecy has got ability. I saw it on debut. I've been waiting for him to be stepped up in trip. I've been waiting for him to be gelded. Mr. Somba puts him straight into a mile. That suggests he's very fit. So I'm all in the camp of number 1, Jewel Prophecy. I'll think, like I say, follow him. He'll go through the handicaps. His best run to date was without the tongue tie on debut. So it's the right race for him. Watch out for improvement from number 9, Global Reef. He's also been recently gelded. If you're playing trifectas and quartets, please include number 9. But Jewel Prophecy, a bank in all bets, and worth a tickle.
All right, let's just get the further endorsement there from Mr. Burrows. Jewel Prophecy, I know you are very much in favor of this Ethereal Son of Twice Over.
Yes, I've bankered Jewel Prophecy in all my bets. I believe he'll win. His debut was a cracking effort. He absolutely flew behind San Simon. I thought a cracker. And then obviously a horse looking for a lot more ground. He was 1 pace in his second start. His third start was disappointing, but he was drawn 11 out of 13 and never got into the race. He's been gelded and rested. Pierce Stratum now takes the ride. The Soma stable's hitting form, and surely this horse is better than a maiden. So I'm hoping that everything's gone according to plan. I haven't heard anything, but surely we are professionals, and the way we both see it is that he's a class above what he faces this afternoon. So I'll be disappointed if he doesn't win. If he fluffs his lines once again, then you've got to look towards a horse like Inner Blue Moon to pick up the pieces, because there's not much depth in this race.
Right, let's confirm Mr. Burrow is very keen on the chances of dual prophecy, and of course Mr. Marie in tow as well. It is the dual prophecy to make a winning return from that gelding and a break that maiden at the fourth time of asking. The race itself is off at 14:35. For Racing.tv maiden plate is over the mile, minus number 4 Officer in Command, and that is the start of Jackpot 1. Okay, so don't forget our contact details via social media, X or the WhatsApp line. Race 6 is the Meritrated 68 handicap, and it's over the 1600 meters. We've got a form update. Number 7, Zoom Bomber, was a runner just Thursday gone, public holiday Thursday last week at Turfentine on the inside track. Finished 5th, and that was 6.40 lengths over a distance of 2600 meters. We dropped down to by 1000 meters to 1600, and the favorite right now is the 6 Viva de Janeiro. That is at 15 to 10. The 5 Can't Catch Me is at 33 to 10. Number 4 Carnello 7 to 2, 15 to 2, and Better Bar those. Mr. Burrows last time out, Carnello, one of the more disappointing efforts in what has been a very consistent run of form. And that is easy to back the 4 at 7 to 2. But I know you are looking elsewhere for a bit of value.
Yes, the horse to beat could be Viva de Janeiro. I thought he moved up strongly last time out and was outrun late. And then Zoom Bomber was the value in the race because I think he's been campaigning over distances too far. And now his rating's down and he's only got 50.5 kilos. So I think we're going to see a much improved effort from Zoom Bomber and worth a small each-way bet.
Okay, so straight to the point there, worth an each-way bet. That is number 7, Zoom Bomber. Mr. Marie, how do you see race number 6 panning out?
Yeah, this was Zoom Bomber, Cecil. Last time out, sorry, did you give the viewers the form update?
I did give the form update. That was over the 2600, the 5th, 6.5 lengths behind, or just under 6.5 lengths behind Nuclear Force, who beat the favorite then. That was Royal Mazarin.
Thank you. Yeah. I like the fact that he's coming back in trip. This was he's super fit. The stable's turned, like Darren touched on, got no weight to shoulder. So if he's allowed to stride, he could certainly cause an upset of he should improve on his 2 most recent starts. Probably never stayed, or at this stage of his career. Viva de Janeiro, Gavin gets on extremely well with the son of Oratorio. Ridden him 3 times for 1 and a second. He's a hold-up type, Cecil. You can see his rating has come right down to a very competitive mark. Gavin's going to be looking for cover, and he'll be trying his best to produce him at the right time.
We've got a winner come out of that recently, yeah?
Who was that?
Last Saturday, Light of Day.
Okay. Thank you
who
for
had
that.
finished, the Light of Day had finished 4.5 lengths, 4.30 lengths behind the winner, rendering it just under 3 lengths, or around 3 lengths behind Viva de Janeiro.
Yeah, you're bringing up sore points now, Cecil, because Light of Day kicked everyone out the exotics.
Yes, indeed. I know. I'm looking at one, huh? All right, so now Zumbomba. Are you also in the corner of Zumbomba?
I like 6 and 7. Those are
6 and 7. All right, that's the play from Daryl. And of course, Darren has gone the each way with the 7 Zumbomba. That is number 7. And that is a race number 6 Zumbomba. That is Corner Spies and Mr. Nirvana Nastili in the saddle, taking off that 4 kgs, which will be of a further assistance to the 7 Zumbomba. All right, race 7 is an ROA merit rated 80. It's over the mile once again. At the distance is 1600, as was the distance to race number 6. Here we have a field of 8 in race number 7. And just looking at the early pointers, well, the favorite and a worthy one, number 6, Tur Connell, has had a very good couple of post-maiden runs, one behind Red Bomber, and then the next was behind a Warhawk Bomber, who was well fancied on that occasion, but unfortunately didn't quite rank the form. Last Thursday, again, that was the 21st of March. Mr. Burrows, race number 7. What are we looking at in race number 7? Is a Tur Connell overdue? I thought the 5 Kings Express could be the value. I don't usually have a look or contradict what you guys are saying, but Kings Express must be a player.
Definitely, I've included them, but Tur Connell, I think he was beaten by the inside track last time out. He just didn't quicken up. He was a bit one-paced and just couldn't get into the race. Kings Express has to have a chance. He's lightly raced. His last run was better. And then Whirly, don't ignore him. He's going to run a cracker with 4 kilos off his back, a 9-year-old. And Mardi Gras, the other 9-year-old with 57.5, has a chance. So Turk Connell, a strong selection, but 1, 5, and 7 can fight it out with him.
Thank you, Mr. Burrows. 1, 5, and 7 would be the way of the seventh race for Mr. Burrows. Mr. Maria, I know you've got a pick 3 for us. 1, 5, and 7. Do they feature in your pick 3 first leg?
I went 1, 6, and 8, Cecil.
1, 6, and 8.
Yeah, I know you like King's Express, but if strictly on paper, Mardi Gras should be able to reverse the form with him.
Yeah.
He is better off at the weights. Take note, Mardi Gras is fitted with a set of blinkers.
Yes.
So let's see how they go.
It's amazing how Mardi Gras has actually made that transition to these longer trips.
Yeah.
Used to be quite an effective sprinter, which you'd suddenly see this grey just suddenly boom from nowhere.
Yeah. I think Johan Janssen van Vuren trained him in the early part of his career.
Not Sean Tay?
Was it?
Yeah, Sean Tay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I've included him. Then let's touch on Turk Connell. Now, I buried the viewers last time. I made him best bet at 4-1.
Give the easy on yourself, huh?
He was backed in from 4-1 into even money. But if you recall on that occasion, Cecil, I said there is one concern. This horse makes respiratory noises all the time. And have a look what was reported after his last start. Respiratory noise. Then I logged on to SA Horse Racing yesterday. And I saw an equipment change. I got quite excited. I thought the tongue tie was going to be fitted, but no, it's cheek pieces that go on. But if he reproduces his penultimate start, he'll go very close over here. And then I included number 8, Cecil. Have a look. He's only worn the compression mask once, and he won on that occasion. Very fit. Stables turned. Who says he can't follow up? So I went numbers 1, 6, and 8. Obviously, I'd like to see the tongue tie go on to Connell just for my own sake. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
Right, Mr. Marie, as alluded to, is giving us a pick 3, and his first leg is 1, 6, and 8. Now, when you saw that made that respiratory noise, you also made a noise of relief, did you? I stuck people away, did you?
No.
1, 6, 8 by 4, 6, 9 by 1 and 2 in that last leg. That is race number 9. Right, we are rapidly moving on to race number 8. This will be our last chance to get involved in an exotic that is a double at the Vaal, where we're racing on the stand side track. All right, so race 8 will be the penultimate on the eve of Good Friday, that long weekend, which usually gives you and affords you a lot of time to indulge in your favorite pastime. And of course, it is the sport of kings, horse racing. You can also get in touch with us over the long weekend via our socials. That is X or the WhatsApp number. Now, as far as race number 8 is concerned, this is the last chance to get involved in a double, and a very good winner. It is in the colors of the Scribantes. A rapid return to the track. 28-10 is the one. Mia Fora, a good winner last time out over this very track, and is now co-favorite with the 4, Sweet Basil. Number 3, Alicia's Love, 6-1, and then it's 7-1 about numbers. The 5, that is Just Be Nice, and 8, Sharapova. Race number 8, just going through those names, they're very competitive indeed. This is Fillies and Mares 80. Sharapova, I thought at one stage would be racing in a slightly stronger company, but obviously has been beset by this or that. Comes back after that rest, and this is one of the horses that certainly has to be not to be ignored in race 8.
Yeah, Cecil, this filly is ultra consistent. You can see prior to her last start, where obviously something was amiss, which is the reason why she's been off the track for quite some time. She's right up there, and she's off a competitive mark. She just always finds a few one too good for her. But if she's fit and well, you can see her featuring over here. She's more than capable of being competitive. Excuse me once again, Cecil. Number 9, Hillary Step. I'm of the opinion this filly is quite decent.
Yeah, quite impressive when stepped over ground last time, huh?
I think being by Canfor Clips out of a Galileo mare, this filly is going to go ground in time to come. And I wouldn't be surprised to see her follow her, because I do believe she does have ability. I'm leaning towards the well-exposed and the mare that's having her 56th start, Lucy in the Sky. Now have a look at her last 2 runs with the blinkers. Not bad runs whatsoever. The 1200 maybe on the sharp side for her nowadays. Last time out, nice enough effort, Cecil. But look who reunites with her. Gavin Larena. and the two of them get on like a house on fire. So Gavin's going to be biding his time at the back of the field. She runs her best races for him, and she's right down to a 77. So don't be surprised if she can notch up her 7th career victory.
Now, you touch a very interesting point there, because going on to the course last week, Saturday, I think it was, I walked in with a certain gentleman telling me that he had caught a piece of the pick six at Scottsville the previous Sunday. It was a percentage one as well. And he said to me, I am the owner of Lucy in the Sky. Watch out for my horse when it runs next week. So maybe that is a good pointer. Mr. Burrows, Lucy in the Sky. Gavin, 10 rides, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 3 thirds. Certainly gets on well with this 6-year-old daughter of Noble Tune. Part of your play, sir?
Cecil, I made it a field race, to be honest. This is the race I'm looking for a big result, so I'm not going to go through any runners. I thought it's very open.
Okay, so that is an open race, and rightly so. Hillary's step could be anything after stepping up to that 14 from the 11, 6, 10, winning quite well. And then there are many others, the likes of Sharapova. That is the story of race number 8, and Mr. Marie goes the each way route, and that is a very good value right now. That is the 5-year-old currently showing at around a 9-1, and that is the Santa Claus number 6 from the Weber stable, Lucy in the Sky.